And we are on.
Hello, Dr. Horwitz. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Chris.
So last Friday, I attempted 310 pounds, which is 10 pounds less than what my goal was. And I came relatively close to getting it, but it didn't work out. And then for whatever reason on Monday, I was feeling kind of down about it over the weekend. I just had this urge to try 235 for reps, and it's not on my program, and I probably shouldn't have done it, but it worked out real well. I got almost 11. I got 10 good reps, and I know I'm a lot stronger than I was 90 days ago. So that's where I am right now.
Wow, I did not know about Monday that you got the 235 for 10. Wow.
That is a lifetime best for me at 56, just so you know.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. So clearly it's not the strength issue, and what I want to do is review technique with just the bar, and hopefully others can learn from this as well. If you don't mind, from my recollection of your attempt, just kind of going over a couple of things, even though we don't have the video, but the bottom line on that attempt was it was kind of a rushed attempt.
Okay.
Meaning that we got to improve your setup so you take it in pieces and take time. So that's what I want to do today with just the bar and go over step 1, step 2, step 3, so you can get really dialed in. Because I think to all my training sessions at Texas Iron Gym with Big Mike Womack and Jason Knobler, these two guys that are 1,000-pound bench pressers, and nothing is quick about their attempts. Everything is extremely deliberate and very time sequenced. And even then, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't with those incredibly massive weights, but most of the time it does work out. They're really amazing. So first thing I want to do is just review that setup when you lie down on the bench and you grab the bar to really grab it and bend it. So if you lie back down, I want you to do everything that we've discussed before. Get your feet really planted and then grab the bar and then walk your shoulder blades down to your butt. Really walk really walk your shoulder blades down to your butt and keep your feet really planted. Now, once you feel like you've walked your shoulder blades as far down to your butt as you can, what I want you to do is push into the floor with your feet and push your shoulder blades back into the bench. So in other words, you've walked your shoulder blades down to your butt, and now you're driving your feet back into your shoulder blades, thus locking yourself from the floor to your shoulder blades. The other thing you can do is make believe there's one person on either side of your knee, and those people are pushing your knees together, and you're driving your knees apart. So you're pushing your feet into the ground, and you're driving your knees apart.
Okay, I feel it.
And now sit up, and we're going to do it all over again. So I want you to get this totally ingrained so it's pure muscle memory. So before you even take the bar out, everything is locked from the floor right up to your shoulder blades, and that transfers right into your hands on the bar. So let's try that again. So you're going to lie down, grab the bar at the width that you're comfortable with, get your feet in the right spot, and once you get your feet in the right spot, now really walk your shoulder blades down to your butt and lift your rib cage up. Really walk them down. And then once you get to where you can't go anymore, I want you to drive your feet into the floor, and again, make believe there's somebody pushing on either knee, and then also make believe you're in a strongman competition and you're trying to bend the bar into a U. So you're doing all of this before you lift the bar out of the rack.
Okay.
Now, you're going to lift the bar straight up out of the rack and then pull it forward over your chest to the point where you're going to bench it and just hold it. Up and then over. Yeah. So now I want you to put the bar back. Put the bar back in the rack and do that one more time. I want you to go lock everything in and then we'll put it all together again. But let's just focus on the up and over part. So it's up, over, and then pause a second. Now is when you'd lower the bar. So you're going to lower it and then drive through the feet, drive through the feet. Yeah. And now put it back. Now let's sit up and do that again. And then this is something that I would practice several days during the week.
Okay.
And I would think of, taking your next shot at this in about, at least a week, if not 10 days.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
The path of the bar from when it's at my chest or at wherever it is, you can tell me what the optimal is. I know you have, but I want to make sure I understand the path from here back up. What line am I trying to follow?
Awesome. So once you've determined what is the highest point on the rib cage, as you're walking your shoulder blades down, that lifts your rib cage. So what is the highest point on that rib cage? That's where we want the bar.
Okay.
And from there, it's straight up.
Okay.
Maybe a touch back. Different people have different feelings on it. If it is back, it's very, very little back.
Okay.
It's pretty much, boom, straight up.
All right.
So you really want to be locked in, really, literally walking your shoulder blades back, locked in, and boom, straight up from there. So that's why the bending the bar is important. So your elbows are in the right place and you're driving everything straight from there and you're using the floor as well. So all I want you to do is just take your time on the setup and you will so easily nail this. You'll be kind of shocked at how fast the bar is going to move, even though the weight's heavy, because you're locked in. Your attempt, you were definitely not locked in, but your strength was so there. You have easy another 10 pounds. You'll have your 320 if you want to try it. I'll leave that up to you whether you want to try 310, 315, or 320. In my head, I don't think any of them are a problem.
All right.
All right, so let's try that again. So let's walk through the setup. Bars in the right spot, grips in the right spot. Now, feet on the floor where you want them. Really walk. I want you to walk your shoulder blades harder. Make that a little bit of a workout. Walk your shoulder blades harder. Yep. Now, once you've got them there, I want you to drive your feet into the floor, and that's going to push your torso back onto your shoulder blades, which should lift your rib cage up even higher.
Okay.
And then don't forget about the guys that are on each side of your knee, pushing your knees together, so you're driving your knees apart. You're bending the bar a little bit. Then from here, you're gonna take a big breath in before your single max attempt. So we didn't do the breathing yet. You're gonna take that big breath, and then from this point on, you're holding your breath. So you're gonna take the big breath in, take the weight up, so out over the chest, and now go. So you have that little pause right there, boom, and then rack it. So now we've added the breathing component. You've gotten your rib cage where you want. You've gotten the drive through the floor. You've bent the bar. Right before you're going to take that out, you take that big belly breath. And from that point out, that's it for a single max attempt.
So I don't
holding that breath.
I don't release it.
You don't release it. You've got to get the bar out of the rack, over the chest, lower it, and then as you're starting up, some people want to hold it right to the very end. Some people will release a little bit as they're driving up, but if you can hold it right through the whole thing, that will be, and maybe let it out just as you're finishing the tricep block out. That would be ideal.
Okay.
So it's a very slow preparation. So you're all locked in. You've got your breath straight up over the chest, kind of a 1/1000 pause. So again, straight up over the chest in your brain, 1/1000. All right, now I can lower it. So there's zero rushing. If you, especially since you're doing the attempt without a spotter, if you rush that lift off, if you're kind of trying to take it out of the rack and you fall right, because that's what you did. You took it out of the rack and you went right to lowering it, which is impossible to maintain the tightness.
Okay.
And all you needed to do was have the tightness because the strength was there. If you were like this, all dovetailed your entire body, that weight would have just right up.
All right.
So let's just give it one more shot. And then your job is to practice this throughout the next 10 days. So very methodical, very methodical. Grip, feet into the floor, walk the shoulder blades. Once you've walked the shoulder blades, now drive your feet so your shoulder blades are pushing into the bench, using your feet to do that. Your knees are driving out. Take the big breath. Bar straight up, over the chest. 1/1000, and now go. Now you look like a champ. Holy cow. I'm hoping you can feel how tight your body is. Like you should have a little bit of fatigue from just doing that.
Well, you know what I can tell you, and for anybody that, if this is being recorded for anyone else, I can feel it in the leg plant more now than I have been, because you know what you said about the knees seems to be adding to the whatever the foundation that it's giving me, and I'm feeling it up in my body. So I'm optimistic about trying to practice this, and I will. I have lots of light days, where I got weights that I can definitely zone in on the form.
Yeah, if you want to try a max attempt again, my feeling is I would not do any benching between now and then. Just this technique work. Like literally, if you want to do some back work, that's fine, but I wouldn't do any pushing for a week. Give your body that little rest. You'll be fresh. Bam. You'll have the technique work. So neurologically, you'll be like, I got this. And then you'll be ready to rock and roll. I'm shocked that you were able to do what you did on Monday with the 235. So that means that your body's still, you're not at the end of the line yet. You're not toast at the end of a training session, which sometimes people are. So that's good. Now we got to be a little careful to not just max that out. Give yourself a little bit of rest, and in a week, try it. But if you can get tight, it's the same stuff over and over. Yeah, let's do it one last time, and I think that'll be enough. And if you want, when I bench and when all these guys are benching, there's a lot of people around, so we can certainly do your max attempt together. It's very helpful to have people, because when all these guys do the benching, all these cues based on the individual are being yelled out to the lifter while they're getting prepared. So it's very helpful. So walk yourself down. There you go. Feet into the floor. Push into the floor, drive your knees out, push that torso back into the bench, which will help get that rib cage another half inch or an inch even higher. Big breath. Straight up over the chest, 1/1000. Yep. So when you get it, when you bring the bar out and you get over the chest, I want you to make sure that you take just that 1/1000. Don't go over the chest lower.
Okay.
Go over the chest, 1/1000.
Let me try one more time real quick.
Yep. Very methodical. So I'm going to let you do all the pieces. Yeah. Yeah, if you do that, you're going to be rocking and rolling. That was awesome.
All right, I feel it.
There's your homework.
All right, look forward to talking to you again, and I'll let you know what my plans are.
Great job. I'm excited.
Thank you, Doctor. Have a good day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.